Good morning. Welcome to another edition of Take Five. Glad you're watching this morning. Sorry your game got canceled. But anyway, let's go to it. Exodus 32, verse 11. But Moses. Now remember, what we got into yesterday. The people are making a golden calf and they're worshiping it. And Moses is still on the mountain and God's still talking to him. Verse 11, but Moses sought the favor of the Lord his God. Lord, he said, why should your anger burn against your people, whom you brought out of Egypt with great power and a mighty hand? Remember, God had said, look, get away, Moses. I'm going to destroy the people and start all over again with you. And Moses now is coming back. God, don't do that, please. You brought us out of Egypt. See, and this is what God's doing. God wants Moses to go to bat for his people, and Moses is doing it. Verse 12, why should the Egyptians say it was with evil intent that he brought them out to kill them in the mountains and to wipe them off the face of the earth? Turn from your fierce anger, relent, and do not bring disaster on your people. Okay, God, Moses is pleading for mercy for his people. Moses hasn't seen what's going on, though. So he's not going to be quite as gracious when he actually sees it, but he's talking to God right now. Verse 13, remember your servants, Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, to whom you swore by your own self, I will make your descendants as numerous as the stars in the sky, and I will give your descendants all of this land I promised them, and it will be their inheritance forever. He's saying, look, remember, you made all these promises, so don't go destroying everybody. Verse 14, then the Lord relented and did not bring on his people the disaster he had threatened. All right. And in my opinion, God was never really going to do that anyway. He was just wanted to make sure that Moses still felt that way because he knew what Moses was about to see. Now look, verse 15, Moses turned and went down the mountain with the 2 tablets of the covenant law in his hand. So here he is. He's got the 10 commandments. They were inscribed on both sides, front and back. The tablets were the work of God. The writing was the writing of God engraved on the tablets. So God actually engraved those tablets, the 10 commandments himself. Verse 17, when Joshua heard the noise of the people shouting, he said to Moses, there's the sound of war in the camp. So I'm not sure if Joshua was hanging around with Moses up on the mountain. I thought Moses went up by himself, or maybe Joshua met him halfway, something like that. But anyway, Joshua is Moses' right-hand man, his sort of the vice president, so to speak, something like that. And anyway, Joshua says there's sound of war in the camp. Moses replied, it's not the sound of victory. It's not the sound of defeat. It's the sound of singing that I hear. So he comes down and he hears singing. He thinks he's going to a church service. All right, verse 19, when Moses approached the camp and saw the calf and the dancing, his anger burned, and he threw the tablets out of his hands, breaking them to pieces at the foot of the mountain. Now, he was supposed to give these people the 10 commandments. But when he sees what they're doing, he gets them so angry, he breaks them to pieces. Now, I want to point out, God didn't tell him to do this, although I don't blame him for doing it. Moses was not perfect. Moses was a very good man, one of the best men ever. But Moses occasionally did have an issue with a temper, and we see it here. All right, he just breaks them. But look what he does. Verse 20, and this is where we're going to end. And he took the calf the people had made and burned it in the fire. Then he ground it to powder, scattered it on the water, and made the Israelites drink it. So they're actually having to drink water that's mixed with all that calf that they had just made. Okay, he's making them drink it. Moses was a powerful leader, but we got to stop there for now. We'll come back. Exciting stuff, huh? Good passage. We'll come back in verse 21 tomorrow on the next edition of Take 5.